And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's A-Rob. There's a short one caught by Freiermuth. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Rodgers now. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for, with both these teams in it to win it.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half, about to get started. Certainly a tightly contested first half, and you'd expect more of that here in the second half. A one-point game as quarter 3 begins. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. Hurts gonna keep it on the option. He fumbled the football. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, so much for a nice gain and a good running play. Unable to secure it, the ball comes out, and the defense comes off the field with a turnover.
Once the runner breaks through the line of scrimmage, Mike, it's very common to see them carrying the ball with one hand. But as they get further down the field and those defenders close in, you've got to protect it with 2 hands and make sure you secure the ball all the way to the ground.
The visitors' offense and Aaron Rodgers getting ready to go once more. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. And remember now, all turnovers have to be verified by a replay, so they might be taking a look at this one. At issue was the knee, or any other body part except the hand, down before the ball comes loose, and are the visuals convincing enough to overturn the call on the field?
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the runner was down, and that will not be a fumble. First and 10. Throwing is Hurts. A short throw taken in by Goddard. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
On the handoff, this is Barkley. He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. Man in motion is Brown. Now Jalen Hurts on second down. That's caught left side by Goddard. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. It's 1st and goal now from just inside the 10-yard line. Hurts to throw. That's caught by Smith on the right side. And the tackle is made at about the 6.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
If there's one positive remaining, it's the fact that they're still in scoring position, but with the way they've been able to move the ball down here in the red zone, they're thinking 6, but after that last sack, their chances of converting here for a touchdown have gotten a lot more difficult.
Third and goal. To throw is Hurts. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
A 27-yard attempt.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Eagles will take the lead here in the 3rd quarter.
Job number 1 on this drive, find a way to get the lead. They, of course, would have loved to score a touchdown, Mike, but 3 points here, that's a pretty good consolation prize as it moves them out in front.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has really had their way so far, intercepting him twice, forced into a number of bad throws, and generally the D has just made it tough to operate all game long. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing, Rodgers. That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he's going to take this one all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. On for the extra point is Boswell. He's got it. And the Steelers will up the lead to 5.
Steelers 21, Eagles
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and Jalen Hurts getting set for their next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. He'll start on the ground with Barkley. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Here's Hurts. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. Joey Porter Jr. got a hand in there and made the play.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
This kick hangs up, and the fair catch will be taken beyond the 35-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the 3rd quarter. First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half. And he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And that is incomplete, but now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. That's caught. Right side, it's Freiermuth. Now Warren. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Got to give a lot of credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was plenty of time for the quarterback to work through his progression. I thought the protection was actually pretty solid. But at the end of it, there was just nowhere to go. And He had no choice but to just throw that ball away.
Now on fourth down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Steelers will extend their third quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once more. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Hurts working in the pistol. That's taken in left side by Smith. And he will have this at midfield, forced out of bounds there. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. That's over the middle and caught by Smith. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Third and long. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. And that's going to be intercepted by Darius Slay. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Well, what this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth, he certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump. Makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Steelers offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Warren. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, Rodgers. He finds Austin with the grab. and 2. That's Washington, the man in motion. They'll try and run it here with Warren. Oh, he coughs up the football. But this is taken in by a teammate. A gain there of 15. Good for a Steeler first down.
Pretty fortunate right there, Mike. If that ball bounces just a different direction, that could easily be a turnover or even points the other direction.
On the handoff, this is Warren. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
We'll give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allow the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
Here's Warren. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. A little closer. Here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Warren. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Steelers will extend this third quarter lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Johnson now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
On first down, it's Hurts. That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's out to Brown, right side, complete. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Marshall is on the move. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Open man, Devontae Smith. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Hurts will work here from the pistol. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds after a pickup of about 4, but that is enough to keep the drive alive. First down.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Brings up the 2nd and 5 at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
To the air again. Hurts. That is caught. What a throw. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. So they get the touchdown, and now it is a 9-point game. Greg, you can go for 1 and make it a 1-possession game. Or some people think about going for 2 here. What would you do?
I think I'm going for 2, Mike. Listen, the way you have to look at it is I need a 2-point conversion at some point. But I want to know now, am I down truly 2 scores, or am I able to get it down to 7 and truly make it a 1 score? So I'm going for 2 now, and I want to know what the rest of this game looks like. How many possessions do I need?
And now it's a 9-point game, so they'll go for just 1 here. The kick here is good, so they are back within a possession. That gets it down to an 8-point game. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Austin now to return this. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Steelers offense and their running back set to go once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets this up to the 40-yard line.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Once again, it's Warren. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he's not going to get away. They'll knock him back to his own territory. They get him on the other side of midfield.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up 3rd down. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. That firing with the intended receiver. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
And this game almost just flipped completely on his head. You find yourself with a lead, just trying to milk the clock away in the 4th quarter, and that's a gift. I mean, that defender just flat out drops the ball, and if he's able to secure that takeaway, this game looks very different for this offense.
The Eagles offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Good decision by the quarterback. In this situation, all you're looking to do is have a positive play. He decides to pull it, and that's exactly what he's able to do.
Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, and that gains them another 1st down.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
Here's Johnson. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. To throw, Hurts. He's going to keep it himself. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll come up here 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. Looking middle, and he's got Brown. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
First down throw there is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
Back to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession. They've got it at their own 42.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Bold decision there by this quarterback to attack a guy who's already made you pay for challenging him earlier today. He trusted his guy to not only win, but to defeat man coverage, and I think he got away with one there.
3rd and short yardage, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. Man in motion is Brown. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. That's over the middle, complete to Brown. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. A pistol snap back to Hurts. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Philadelphia.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
They run out of the gun with Barkley. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
Big play coming up. This is third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense, because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. First and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. A run up the middle with Warren. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
First carry for one of the most versatile players in the league, Cordero Patterson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Crazy. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. That's A.J. Brown and the rest of the Eagles offense set to take over once more. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. This is 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He completes it to Marshall. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Hurts to throw. The coverage too strong that time. The ball batted away and incomplete. He was looking for his tight end Dallas Goedert that time, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
Big play in the game right here. It's 3rd down. He'll get this one complete to Brown. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd. 70 seconds left to go in this game. First and 10. Hurts will try it again. This one into the hands of Marshall. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Hurts again. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
The game hanging in the balance and a critical 3rd down. Again, Hurts. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to have the Eagles 1st down. They'll have it by a lot. It turns out to be a big gainer on 4th down. Throwing is Hurts. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, if you're going to target him in the end zone, you better come correct, man, because this guy, he embraces those moments of one-on-one coverage when it matters the most, and I think he just saved 6 by getting his hands on that one.
Another try, 2nd and 10. Now it's Hurts. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. Better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future.
On third down, here's Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Now whistles here, and a penalty. I think somebody moved early up front. Here we go. This is fourth down. To the air again. Hurts. That's taken in. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. And it's a big letdown there defensively. Somehow they allow them to convert on fourth and long. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.